NASCAR Countdown brought to you by beautiful, durable Valspar paint. Valspar, the beauty goes on.
Here we go. This is Bristol.
Harvick, he's going to look to the inside on Stewart.
And we will go to overdrive at green-white checker.
2 to go. Burton works up the racetrack just a little bit. There he goes. Hamlin's in trouble. And both the Childers cars will get by him too.
RCR 1, 2, 3. Burton, Harvick, Boyer. Unbelievable. And that's why they sell it out every time the Sprint Cup Series comes to Bristol.
Jeff Burton leading that Childress Racing sweep of the top 3 finishing positions here was appropriate since the Virginia native is credited with leading the resurgence the Childress team has enjoyed since he signed on with them in late 2004. It's not been an easy ride back to championship contention for one of NASCAR's most respected drivers. Dave Burns has the story.
He's our mayor. It's not only, the mayor is coming, it's the mayor of NASCAR, mayor of the garage.
He understands the sport and has been a student of the sport and takes everything in that has happened in the past, could happen in the future, and wants to be a part of it.
Jeff Burton's understanding comes from 19 years in NASCAR and early success at Roush Racing.
For the win, it is Jeff Burton. What a great race.
Wow. That was a really special time. That was my chance to actually be a part of the sport rather than just being involved in it. And there's a big difference. To me, that was a chance to be able to win races.
But somewhere in the race we run, we're coming undone.
The shine wore off in 2001 as the team struggled with consistency and managed only 2 victories, and there would be none in 2002, 3, and 4.
I hate the word momentum because I don't really believe in that, but we lost the ability to be successful on a weekly basis. So once it kind of started going downhill, we didn't stop it.
That was a time of a little bit of self-doubt. I can remember one day telling him, I want you to follow me. And I took him downstairs into our trophy room and I said, look around you. You are good and you know it.
I knew that my stock, so to speak, wasn't as high as it had been, but, I still believed I could do it. I still believed that I had forgot how to drive.
I knew, because I know my husband, that he was going to figure a way back out of that.
The way back was a welcome sight. By August, struggling Richard Childress had a solid second driver.
I just knew if we could get him over in our camp that we could go win some races with him. I knew he had all the talent.
I didn't go to Richard Childress Racing to end my career. I went there to start it again.
175 races since his last one. The long road back. Jeff Burton's going back to victory lane.
Thank Richard for believing in me and this team for resurrecting me. This team has brought me back into it.
Jeff is such a hard racer. To see him go out and have his family there as well to see that race, it was special.
It was just completely emotional, just feeling proud and feeling kind of sustained, You understand that we do belong here and he is as good as I think he is.
Jeff Burton has brought resiliency to the Richard Childress Racing stables in his 2 years there.
RCR 1, 2, 3. Burton, Harvick, Boyer. Unbelievable.
Jeff was there always telling us, hey, we're going to get it, we're going to get it. He was the one that kept everybody believing in themselves. He played a major role in the turnaround for RCR.
I'd like to think that I've been a positive factor, but I haven't been the reason that we've turned it around.
Burton's humility is part of his charm and part of the reason why he's a fan favorite.
Come on, Jeff, win today!
I'm never going to be as popular as a Jimmy Johnson or a Jeff Gordon or a Dale Earnhardt Jr. for whatever reason. But I'm a lot of people's second favorite driver. I'm a lot of people say, well, if he can't win, I want him to win, and I'm good with that.
I'm hoping Dale Jr. pulls through. If not, Jeff Burton's definitely the guy I want to go for.
Well, after starting off the season very solidly, including that win here at Bristol in March, things have fallen off a bit lately for Burton. Though he is still 5th in points, what's he have to do to get back in the championship conversation?
Well, there's one thing for sure. This cat knows how to drive a race car. I mean, all he's got to do, Alan, is get that car handling just a little bit better, and those wins will come. And when that happens, he's back in the hunt big time.
This is the one guy I don't worry about. I had a race team back in the late 80s that raced against Jeff Burton when he started. And the one thing I noticed back then is he's very, very consistent. And the same thing today, he is extremely consistent. He will be there in the end.
Burton starts 18th in tonight's 500-lap go at Bristol. The countdown continues towards the green flag. 43 drivers getting set to rocket around the world's fastest half mile. These fans have been waiting for this race all week long. Boy, they put on some barbecue feeds out in the parking lot this afternoon. The green flag coming up in a little while here from Thunder Valley.
I thought it was time to close the pools.